What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the WARFRAME video. You could probably tell I sound pretty happy right now. And that's because I'm making a third video on a formal announcement for a double resource weekend that shouldn't have even been a thing. Here we are with the third video. They're bringing the resource booster back again. Yes, they are. They're bringing it back. Probably because of us, honestly, because not really many people were talking about this. I put up my video on like Friday night at 8 p.m. ET, and DE usually gets off work at 6 p.m. ET, so I gave them a fair chance. I was messaging other content creators behind the scenes, letting them know, like, hey, let's get this word spread around. Like, this happened. They're trying to change things. Like, we're gonna go over what happened today. We're gonna go over what happened. DE's third formal, or actually their first formal announcement, but the third like step of this saga, and wait until it gets canceled again in like 24 hours from right now. And then brought back 48 hours from right now, and then took it away. And then we're going to go back and forth, taking it away, giving it back until the day of the event, and then they're just going to take it away like 10 minutes before. Okay, that's my guess. I'm just kidding. But let's get into it. We have the formal announcement from the community manager, the high-ranking community manager at DE, and let's see what they had to say. Because, yeah, it's coming back, and it's not going to be as long. It's going to be 2 days instead of 6 days. But here's the big thing, and something that was really annoying me a lot, hearing people's feedback on this, when it was like, you know, like saying like quit complaining. Here's the thing, people that have not been playing for more than 2 years, because this, like I said, this has not been a thing since March of 2020. So if you start playing after March of 2020, you might have never even encountered what this is. So what a double resource event weekend is supposed to be, or whatever the time frame usually is this is a special booster that will stack on top of your store-bought orange resource booster. So the big thing here, and the entire reason this is important, and it was a big thing, is that we have not had these in over 2 years, and that resource event booster stacks with the store-bought one for 4 times the resources. If you don't have a store-bought resource booster, that event booster will still give you double resources, okay? So saying just buy a store-bought booster and it's the same thing, it's not. You just don't know what you're talking about. And you kept going with it a little bit, and that was a little bit annoying. But, you know, I'm not going to really put too much stock in the guy that's made 6,000 forum posts in 2 years. But let's get into what the formal announcement was here, and we're going to go over their reasoning. So, DE Megan, earlier today is the 4th of July, America. The digital promotion section of the Tennocon 2022 site had some typos when it was updated on June 30th. Those typos include the use of weekend alongside week leading up to Tennocon, which was clearly not correct. And we did call that out in our video too. We said this is like 6 days. Like what kind of job do you got? Well, you got a 6-day weekend. I want to get that. You got dental. Like we called that in our video. Like there's no such thing as a 6-day weekend. So that seems like a mistake. But the thing is, the time frame might have been a mistake, but the contents of that post did not seem to be a mistake. Because, you know, there was a picture of a resource booster and a credit booster combined together. And as far as I remember, there hasn't really been a resource booster and a credit booster combined together ever. So, like, why would they have that image just sitting around? That sounds a little bit fishy. Not to mention, if you're going to try to go ahead and say it was a typo, do you make typos in Photoshop? Like, what? Like, I read what you said, I just don't understand because last time I used a computer, I mean, you type in letters and then, okay, whatever. So it was a clear typo. Additionally, the indication that a resource booster would coincide with an infinity booster was also an error. So they're just saying it was an error. That's your major explanation on why they changed it, is that it was an error. And I mean, I could tell you that too. You yoinked it back. Duh, it was an error. The intended plan for July 11th through 17th was just to run the double XP. So they're claiming it was just supposed to be run the double XP, but they updated their official hype site and showed it on a 125,000 viewer primetime. That's how many views the primetime had that they showed this on. 125,000 views once the video went up. Just to put that in perspective, I mean, that's like 10 times how many of my videos got on this initial announcement. So they were pushing it out more than I was. While we unfortunately didn't catch the typo before it went live, Gaz's video did catch this, and as soon as we watched Gaz's, I was thinking out loud. While we didn't catch this typo before it went live, the team amended the copy and the image once we watched Gaz's, once we realized the mistake. We had hoped to avoid user confusion by the time we had amended it, but it's clear this wasn't the case. And understandably, players are looking for clarification from DE. That was one of the biggest parts of this. It's like, okay, well, we saw that you canceled it, and you haven't told us why. This is not a great explanation on why they did it, but at least it's an explanation. You know, like, it's not just like they're trying to sneak it past us. It's like, oh, yeah, it's still, like, not a good look. It's still kind of scummy, but they told us. They told us. And actually, I think they took the best course of action here. The only way they get out of this, like, somewhat okay, they're giving us back a resource event weekend, which we'll get into here. The road to Tennocon, what is a road to Tennocon without a few hurdles along the way? The entire DE team is working hard on bringing you all the fantastic event, and we don't want this to dampen the excitement or for the community working diligently behind the scenes. The Tennocon is about to celebrate not just work at DE, but also the Tenno. So in acknowledgement of the website error, we'll be running a resource booster weekend on all platforms from July 15th at 11 a.m. ET until July 17th at 11 a.m. ET. That will be during Tennocon. Just also, spoiler alert, they're like 99% chance they're going to drop Korra Prime during Tennocon as well, guys, because Garuda Prime access ends that day. So yes, you will have. So it's basically going to be like a borrow visit duration-wise. So it will be Friday morning at 11 a.m. and then it will end on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. my time, which is the same time zone as DE, like I said earlier. So yeah, we will be making Steel Essence Farming Guide, Vitus Essence Farming Guide, maybe some other stuff too, like opening relics fast. We have plenty of those videos already, but we can maybe make something new about it. And yeah, I just want to go over one more thing too. People that are saying like, wow, I can't believe Gaz is so negative. He hates the game, and he's just complaining, and nothing is coming of it. I just want to remind you that 7 months ago, we had another really big problem with DE where they lied to us, and you can say, like, DE's never lied. This is a lie. We caught them. They actually admitted to, you saw how the sausage is made. That's admitting to a lie. Go watch the video if you want to see it. But this is another thing that we did earlier this year, and I was one of the spearheads of this movement, just pointing that out. So the first video that happened was the middle one, pointing out a new premium currency DE was making and how it was like terrible value compared to the old system was replacing. Next day, DE is getting massive backlash because of content creators and just normal people. Like, I see this as a terrible thing. You've changed this. You've made it worse on purpose. I'm going to call that out, even if I wasn't a content creator. Other people were doing that too. Massive backlash, 38,000 views, like triple the views of the previous video. And then 24 hours after that video, we did it, rip-off fixed. The community got it fixed, guys. And then, of course, that made DE a bunch of money, so it worked out for everybody. It's like, okay, DE, you want us to buy these bundles, then don't try to be ripping me off while I'm trying to buy these bundles. You know, like, make it an enticing offer. Make it so I'm not going to go out and buy, 50 games from the Steam Summer Sale, or like 10 games from the Steam Summer Sale. I'm buying your Prime accessories that are just like a couple pixels on the screen that, even if I'm playing Garuda Prime Access Ephemera, it goes away when I'm nearby enemies. So, spicing up the deal a little bit, and they were reluctant to that. And the funny thing is, White Knights were defending that too, like, oh, I needed Endo, so this actually works out. It's like, oh, these are the guys we're dealing with. 6,000 forum posts in 2 years. 1,000+ hours on Wukong, like, These are some of the types of players that are defending DE so adamantly. Defending them like more fiercely than if like something was happening to their own family members. So we're all on the same side here, dude. Okay? You were about to get ripped off. If I didn't make that video, this would have never gone anywhere. Because a couple other content creators were trying to jump on the hype wagon of like, oh look, Gaz made a video. There's lots of people talking about this right now because it's a big deal. And they tried to claim that they had the official word it was because of trade bans. That was a lie from the start. That person that made that video saying that the resource booster was canceled because of trade bans, that person is a fraud and a fool. And yes, I hope you know who I'm talking about because I'm not going to name and shame them right now. But they have no shame anyway, so it wouldn't even matter. This was never about a trade ban. This was about a, air quotes, typo on their part. And a lot of people's inclination is that it had something to do with senior management not wanting that to be a thing because of whatever. It reduces play time. It burns people out. Whatever it is, they said it was going to be a thing and they took it back. That's the long and short of it. And now we have it back until they cancel it again. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. there's a lot more to say. This is like the third take of this video. The first take of this video had me going in on white knights for about 7 minutes straight, so I decided to not upload that. So yeah, this one's a little bit more, you know, not crazy, but still just as much crazy as you want to see around here. Yeah, we expect those farming guides coming out next couple of days. And yeah, I will be farming a lot. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Appreciate all the support and take it easy. Peace.